back there talking smack. He's back there talking smack like he's not some kind of a lifted truck guy himself.
I grew up a little bit. Not really.
Yeah.
Not physically, as you can see.
I can't believe he doesn't have a Trump flag on his Buick like he did in high school on a Silverado. Anyways, this is our customer, Austin Eller. And if you can't tell, in the wheel well it says Eller. And that's when you're in traffic, you can distinguish which black Silverado it is. But the next thing that's going to separate it is this one has a truck Norris Gen 5 camshaft in it, made specifically for the truck guys that think a stage 1 sucks because it doesn't chop enough. And I like stage 1 a lot. Anyways, this video is going to be a quick and brief description of how badass and American a truck Norris camshaft is in a Silverado, because that's what we're here for. Yes. So we just did the DOD kit, speed engineering headers, MSD wires, truck Norris cam kit, 4-degree phaser limiter. Oh yeah, we did FTI 3200 triple disc. So this will be pretty cool. But Austin has some bigger wheels and tires for it, or maybe they're just wider, but we wanted to get it to get down a little bit. I'm really hoping it'll at least burn the tires just a smidge for him. But yeah, we don't do many of these on the dyno for A, drive shaft speed, B, big ass tires and wheels. Nobody's ever impressed with them. They're always like, oh no, my truck made 330. And it's like, yeah, it has a 150 pound wheel and tire combo. So we don't do them a ton. But we just did one the other day and figured we'd do another one because it's
Gotta give the people what they want.
you gotta give the people what they want. You have to. Otherwise, what are we doing here? So yeah, we're gonna get this. Yeah, we do work for everyone else. So we'll get this strapped up and make some dyno pulls. It's a little blaring without mufflers, but he has a new exhaust system at his house that he's gonna install once he gets the truck back. But should be pretty cool. If not, he's gonna get a lot of dudes. I know if I had a truck and it was lifted, I would also get a lot of dudes. I think it's pretty common these days. I'm not sure what chicks are into anymore. I'm getting old now. I think chicks are into babies and maybe OnlyFans and Snapchat and stuff. They're not really into trucks anymore. Not really sure, but yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm gonna start doing a little report on every truck that we do. I'm gonna say, all right, now that you have a cam in your truck and headers and wheels and tires or whatever it may be, I wanna take a brief survey of how many chicks versus dudes that you get. Just curious, no judging. I'm like Cleopatra with this stuff. I'm not really sure if you guys ever noticed, But I was like, man, this truck is probably gonna make 330 to the tires. 329 on 24 degrees of timing, 321 on 22 degrees of timing. Ain't that some snap stuffs? So she got dialed in, 1280 AFR, 1290 AFR. Leave it a little bit like that just because it's a heavier truck. But it did exactly what I said it was gonna do. So that's why we don't dyno a whole lot of those, because they make 330 to 340 on our dyno with cam and intake and stuff. That one had a stock airbox, so it only made 330. I've had some come 340, 345. They're all a little different, but that one had 35-inch tires and stuff, so a little bit more loss. But, oh, they rip. They feel really good. I mean, it's a big improvement over stock. So, anywho, people always ask us for truck videos, and they always ask me about the truck Norris truck cam, so I put stuff together, and that way they can see what it is. Finally getting some stuff out of here. As you can see in the background, we've gotten about 10, 12 cars and trucks out of here in the last couple weeks, so finally made some space. So third gen's on the dyno. I revved the crap out of it. I've revved it $9,000 a few times already, but I always feel comfortable if I run it a few times and really get after it before I run a fresh motor. So we're gonna beat the living shit out of this thing here soon. Last time we took it off the dyno at like 42 pounds of boost, so this time I'm gonna try to run it up to 45, 50. Hopefully it'll hold 50 pounds, because it currently has our dyno record at 1822 to the tire on 41 or 42 pounds. So I'd like to clip off 2001 for my own personal sake, personal goal. So we'll see if we can do it. But I'll clip this video up together, put a whole bunch of idle clips in it, put some revving clips in it, put some dyno videos in it, a couple pictures of the dyno graph just so you guys can focus on it. But like I said, pretty run of the mill. The truck had Speed Engineering headers, no muffler. As you can see, he's putting his own exhaust on. So any of the free flowing stuff like a Vibrant or a MagnaFlow, they do about the same, all of them like that. 360 rear wheel torque. Super nice torque curve. That's the nice part about that cam, and the smaller BTR cams, they make a lot of torque. So, yeah, neat stuff. But I'll make this video, lights and glare. I'll make this video and wrap it up for you guys, and you can check it out.